Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to our team call this week. I am super, super excited. We have Diamond Ambassador Erin O'Keefe. I met Erin at a Sonia Dudley event in Delaware and sort of stalked her and asked her if she would speak to our team. And I just want to share, I think I shared this with a lot of you guys, but Erin is nowhere in our upline. So for her to take time out of her day and share with us is this huge, huge blessing. And so we're super thankful for that. So I'm going to make sure everybody's muted. And I'm going to mute myself too because this one's talking. And then I'm going to ask Erin if you want to start out just by sharing your story and kind of how you got to where you are. For those of you, I'm not sure who else on the call, for those of you local to me, Erin is in Rockland County. So she's not too far from us, which is awesome to hear her tips. So, okay, Erin, I'm going to unmute you. I think
I got it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, take us away.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for having me on. I'm always so honored to be on team calls, and thanks for being so patient with my schedule. We tried to work something out early September, but my son was home, and I'm not, like, he's 4, and, like, he's not a cute little baby anymore where I can just bounce him. He's, like, wants to eat every 5 seconds. So, you know, just getting the time. And then we went to Hawaii, and that was amazing. So thank you for being patient with me with my schedule. So I'm excited to be here. And just a little quick story about how I got started. My upline, my friend from college, who I didn't speak to for probably 15 years for no other reason, but she lives 6 hours away from me. And, you know, we reconnected on Facebook, and she started posting about this pink drink thing. And she had like this customer group on, so it was a private page on Facebook, and she kept adding me into a group, and I kept taking myself out. And I was like, this girl's crazy. Like, what is she doing? I don't do anything like this. And it wasn't that I didn't do network marketing, because I actually am someone who believes in it and loves direct sales. Like, I feel like I was born to do direct sales. But it was because I never even took a vitamin. I didn't understand the importance of supplements, and I just thought she was crazy. However, on the third time, she added me back in, pretty bold of her, not for nothing. She added me back in, and I was like, dude, every time she adds me, she gets thinner and happier. So it was like February 2014, and I was just not feeling good. My son was 1.5 years at the time, and I just couldn't lose the baby weight. And it was winter in New York, so it was dark and miserable, and I was moody and grumpy and tired. So I was like, what do I have to lose at this point? But, you know, at the time, I was a teacher, and I was doing Leah Sophia parties. So I was a Leah Sophia person. I was doing jewelry sales. And I was $24,000 in credit card debt. And it wasn't because I live a glamorous life. I have, like, still now as a Diamond Ambassador, I have like 1 pair of shoes, and I'm just a minimalist. It was because I had a house that was falling down, and we needed to put siding and roof and heating, and we had no money, so we put everything on a credit card stupidly. So I had a lot of, I was broke, like we were broken financially. But I found, you know, $100 on my credit card to just buy it anyways, because I didn't care. Like, at this point, what's $100 going to do? I wasn't very good at money at the time. Anyway, so I bought it. I didn't even tell my husband, and I just ripped it open. You know, everything starts on a Monday. Well, I got it on like a Saturday and started on Sunday, right? So I was like, I just need to start this today. By the end of the first week, my husband is like, what is wrong with you? You're so happy. And I wasn't like an unhappy person to begin with. I was just tired. Like, I was that tired mom who just thought, if I get 8 hours of sleep and I work out and I eat well, that, you know, I'll just stop being tired. But I was never not tired. I was always tired. So by the end of the first week, I called my friend Kathleen, and I was like, oh my God, you were right. Like, I feel so good. And she's like, I know, told you. So at the time, I was like, well, I'm not really interested for myself because I'm a Leah Sophia girl, but my friends could use some money. So, like, how much are you making? And she was brand new. She was like a silver ambassador, and she was making about $1,000. And she told me that, and I was like, oh, cool. I'll let my friends know. For me, on top of the $24,000 in debt, I had 2 children. I was a teacher, so I was making really good money in New York, right? Like, where I live, we make 6 figures teaching. But I live in Rockland County, where houses are atrocious, and so are property taxes. So we weren't, like, it looked really good on paper, but we weren't making anything. But I also had 2 kids in daycare at $2,000 a month. So when I say, like, we were broke, we were broke. So I started like looking at this company and looking at the compensation plan and thinking about all the people that I could tell, like no one in my area knew about Plexus, and I wanted to be the one that they heard it from. I wanted to be the one that told them. And I started reading about our compensation plan, and because I love, like I said, I love direct sales, I love network marketing, and I found these pay points, guys. Like these pay points, that's what made me want to join Plexus. I knew that Plexus had something unique and amazing, and I needed a piece of this, and I wanted to be the one to build a team. And I joined on the second week of being a customer. I joined immediately and went like full force. I'm building a team, and I didn't even know what Diamonds made. Like, but then I found out what Diamonds made. I'm like, yep, that's what I need to do, because that's what's going to change my family. That's what's going to help save my family's financial future. So I jumped in full force and totally just went for it. So that's how I got started. And then I'm no longer a teacher. I left Leah Sophia, like, I started in March 2014. I had like parties scheduled through May. So May was my last party, and I called it a career over there. Now, I mean, my life is just completely different. So that's my little story there.
Sorry, I had unmute issues.
That's okay.
Thank you for sharing that. And I love hearing how everyone's story is different, and I love that. So my first question, and some of these questions came from the team, and some are things that I just want to hear what you have to say. So my first question, I know we talked a little bit about it, but I would love to hear what you tell your team about building in the Northeast. I know we all hear, different things about it. It's harder, it's a more difficult area, and I would just love to hear kind of your input on that.
Yeah, so first of all, to me, I don't know anything different. I didn't know one person that lived outside of New York my whole life. Like every person I knew lived in New York and bordered, northern Jersey, maybe a couple in Connecticut. So for me, I was like, I don't really care that it's the Northeast. Like to me, that didn't mean anything to me until like 6 months ago when someone said, wow, it's gotta be so hard in the Northeast. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know. So I first of all, take that out of your head, because to me, and please love me after I say this, right? Because I'm saying this out of love. It's just an excuse. Like, it's not real. These people need supplements just like anyone else. These people need money. New Yorkers need money. Like, we don't have those beautiful property taxes like they do down south of like $800 for the whole year. We need money. We're like strapped here. We have expensive houses, expensive taxes, schools, daycares, everything's expensive. So I just think that if you have the mindset of I need to be the one to tell my friends, or I'm going to go to the top, like nothing's going to get in your way. And I'm in New York, I have the same skeptics that anyone else has, and I just talk to more people. So if you think you have skeptics in your network, you're not talking to enough people. So just increase your list, broaden your list, and continue to share. I just think sometimes it's part of education. I was that person who didn't believe in supplements. Got to educate people. I believe in network marketing, but I'm very much in the minority with that one, because most people think it's a scam or a pyramid scheme, or I don't want to annoy my friends trying to sell them something. Like most people think that way. You truly just have to educate them that we have a gift. Plexus is a gift. And don't you want to be the one that changes your family's future? So I just think it's an excuse, and I don't want you even thinking that way anymore. Like we have teams booming, guys. There are 2 diamonds in New York, 2 sapphires, and 4 emeralds, right? That's not enough. There's plenty of room, and I think there's only 2 jewels in Jersey. 2, 1 sapphire and 1 emerald. Guys, this is like wide open.
Thank you. I love that. Yeah, I love the mentality of like, I want to be the one to tell my friends.
Yeah.
Instead of the mentality of like, what are they going to think of me when I tell them? But we know we have a gift. And so using that gift and being the one, to tell our friends. So
Yeah.
really set it up perfect for question number 2 when you're talking about how expensive everything is up here. What are some of your tips in talking to people about that have the cost objection, especially when, aside from like, cutting out unhealthy things, because that's one I know we all hear a lot, but what are other tips that you have, not to diminish that, but what are other tips that you have on the finance piece?
Yeah, so if you guys aren't familiar with the feel, felt, found method, I just think for me, I can relate to people because I was that person that didn't have the money. So I say, I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but here's what I found. Empathize with people, understand that a lot of people don't have the money to do it, but if you teach them, hey, if you get, you sign up with your website and your welcome pack and you get like 4 to 5 customers, you can make enough money to pay for your own products. Or, yeah, you might not have the money now, but my first month I paid $135 for my welcome pack and my first check was $1,400. And that right there was the snowball to change my family, to change my family's, financial issues. So I just really empathize with people and I tell them I felt the same way, but if you work hard and you believe and you share and talk to people, you can make enough money to where finances aren't an issue.
Thank you. I love that.
Obviously, we all know like the cost objections with what are you spending $3 a day on? Like you're going to save money. We all know those, but truly when you empathize with people, they don't care about cutting out their coffee until they start feeling good. They don't care about cutting out their drive-through until they realize how crappy their body feels when they eat that. So to me, yes, you can talk to people about that, but if you don't share them the vision of how they can really make money and, just by talking to people with Plexus, then, I don't know. I just think that's a better route.
I totally agree. So thank you for that. And I like the part you said about, helping them see with hard work, they can totally change their financial future. And I think sometimes we get so excited about our compensation plan because it's awesome that we almost downplay the fact that they need to work hard. And so then people join and get discouraged because they're not making.
And I want to talk about that at the end. I have like some great notes that I use on one of my own team calls. We're going to talk about that at the end. I got it all from an Eric Worre book, so don't kill the messenger. He's a little tough. I'm kind of tough too, but I try to relate to females more. But my best friend joined. She only wanted 4 customers to make, she was a single mom at the time. She was a secretary to school, so she was just making like $20,000 a year as a single mom, right? So she was struggling. She had 3 kids. She's now an Emerald because she realized that she was helping so many people, and her first paycheck was $800, and for her, that changed her whole life. That's pretty much the same as her paycheck as a secretary for the whole month, just by talking to people about Plexus. So to get the ball rolling with people sometimes, they catch the bug.
Definitely. Thank you. So the next one you kind of touched on a little bit, but what are your tips on addressing the network marketing piece, especially to people who are skeptical?
Oh gosh, when I have the perfect answer, we'll schedule another call, right? Because I'm still working on that. But I think if people don't understand residual income, they don't understand that when you set up an organization and you have, distributors or ambassadors on the team that are either ordering products or selling products, that money's coming in when you're sleeping. Like you can go on vacation for a week and, you're still making money. So it's really hard. That's harder in New York than it is in the supplement piece. But as far as educating people on the network marketing, just showing them the way. Hey, listen, I get you're poor, not poor, but I get you're struggling because maybe you bought a house too big, or, maybe you want to make enough money to pay for your daughter to go to gymnastics. Whatever it is, I can show you how to do it. And truly, you're just sharing, you're not selling. I think third-party validation is huge. If you find a nurse and you share with them Sarah Marble's Diamond Doc. Sarah Marble wanted nothing to do with, network marketing, but maybe your friends can relate to that person. I don't know. Sorry, that's not the best answer. I'm still trying to figure that piece out.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is that little baby sleeping?
Yeah.
Oh, you're good.
No, I laugh all the time that I need to just turn on this and talk to the screen because she falls asleep better on calls than she does otherwise.
I love it.
My next question is, what would your tips be to somebody who is either ready to kickstart their business or to maybe somebody who needs to kind of reboot their business? Like they've been doing it a while and things tapered off and they feel like, well, I know all the right things, but it didn't work the first time.
Okay, so ask yourself, well, first of all, if you're rebooting, I want you to ask yourself, did I really treat this as a business? Did I really treat this as a job? I have the same access to tools. I have the same access to training as anyone in this company. Did I really treat it like a job? Did I show up every single day? Did I really, if you're looking to be a Plexus Jewel, you're in motion. You're putting your running sneakers on and you are sprinting. And that means talking to at least 5 people a day and always bringing in new leads. So you really have to ask yourself, did I do that? Was I organized? Did I work off a list? Was I following up with people enough? Did I really truly take myself seriously? Was I learning? Was I getting my master's in Plexus? Was I learning about network marketing? Was I teaching my team about network marketing? So ask yourself those things. But if you're brand new now, I mean, guys, like, get excited about our initial bonuses, right? So forget about October. You know, this is like double bonus month. It's completely insane. But on a normal month, it's completely insane. So work on your early bonuses, going silver in your first week, fast start gold. You can have 20 friends that'll join you. Oh my goodness. So really work on those bonuses. Get organized with your list of 100 or your friends list or whatever you want to call it. Schedule some events, have some sip and sees. You do an online event with your upline, but really just focus. Learn the compensation plan. Learn one thing about each product, and just be excited. Have out of level of 10, your passion needs to be like a 50, right? So your excitement needs to be a 50. You don't want to be like, oh, how is that Plexus? Oh, it's good. It's all right. Who's going to join you? No one. You have to be excited and passionate and like be just, you know, I think what's holding a lot of people back is they feel like they have to know everything before they start working, and you don't. Guys, I was a hot mess when I started. We didn't know what we were doing. We were just talking to people and sharing. And it just blew up. It blew up really fast, but it was just because our passion level was so high. It wasn't because we knew anything about network marketing, and we really didn't know anything about supplements. We were just like feeling good and telling people, that's all. So take yourself seriously, really get to work and start sharing. I have some Eric Worre notes that I want to share that in regards to that, because he talks about 3 different types of people, and he talks about how he went through all 3 levels until he became a professional. And making a choice to be a network marketing professional truly is a choice. It is your choice. It does take some skills. It takes a lot of effort, hard work, drive, but it's truly your choice. So he talks about how he went through all 3 of these levels. The first one is being a poser. Are you a poser? And he said he started here. So if you're here, it's okay. I'm not calling anyone a bad name. Like, so if you feel like you're a poser, don't say Erin O'Keefe called me a poser. This is Eric Worre, not Erin O'Keefe. So posers, they treat Plexus or whatever business like a lottery ticket. You're gonna hit big with little as effort as possible. So that could come from someone posting the graphic of our pay scale, like what diamonds make, and they see that and they think, all right, I'm gonna sign up and I'm gonna be a diamond and it's gonna happen in a week. That's the poser mentality. That takes work. And that's why I never post that pay scale, is because I don't want people to think that like that's just easy, you know? So that's the poser mentality. Amateurs focus on luck, timing. Did I get in early? Am I too late? Did I get in too early? Not early enough? They focus on signing one monster recruiter. I'm going to sign that one person and they're going to take me all the way. Now, if you know our compensation plan, you know it doesn't work like that, because we have to have a balanced business and not just one runner, right? So they focus on positioning. Do I have the right upline? Do I have the right downline? Do I have the right sidelines? Am I in the right company? Am I in the right organization? And they focus on shortcuts, gimmicks, lead generators, newspaper ads, going door to door, when really we need to focus on building relationships. So when you choose to go pro, you can make the choice to say, it is not my upline's fault no matter what I do or don't do. It is, I own my own business and I decide my future. When I signed up my upline, now Kathleen was the first diamond in New York. She kicked butt, but she was the 3rd emerald and the 3rd sapphire. And it's because she didn't care about the business. She signed me up and I wanted to be a diamond, and she's just like, I just want people to feel healthy and to feel good. And she'll tell you this. I'm not talking about her behind her back. If she was on this call, she would tell you the same thing. She just wanted people to feel the way she was feeling, and she loved the products, and she was just sharing the products. I wanted to go to the top. So I didn't care that she wasn't building a business. I woke up every day self-motivated as a self-starter, and I wanted to go to the top on my own, whether she was coming with me or not. Now, it wasn't until Sapphire where I was like, dude, enough. You need to be the first diamond in New York. Enough of this. You're amazing. Build your outside leg and become the first diamond in New York State. And she did. Now, she didn't do that because of me. She did that because of the hard work. But she didn't become like that professional until she was a Sapphire. So anyway, so going pro, when you make a choice to go pro, you learn that you need to get a specialized set, and I'm reading notes, so I'm looking down. Specialized set of skills and tools. You need to learn how to invite people to take a look at your product. Follow up, guys. This is the missing piece people struggle with the most is follow up. If you want, I can give you some tips on that after. You need to realize that people don't go to college for this. So you have to learn. You have to learn network marketing. You have to read books on how to be a network marketer, and you have to like get your degree in network marketing. But you can't go to school for it, so you have to do it yourself. If you're looking at a plan B, you're really not working your plan A hard enough. Try to look for, think of it like an athlete, right? So an athlete prepares for a game. A basketball player is going to go to practice every day and work hard and get in great shape and practice their shots, their free throws, and their layups and their rebounding. They work hard to prepare for the game. As a network marketer, you have to work hard to prepare for a network marketing business. So once you make that transition and start thinking that way, I think you're going to feel a difference. So that's what I wanted to say. That's like those Eric Worre notes that people are like, wow, I didn't even realize I was there. And if you have a lot of people quitting really fast in your organization, it may be because 80% of the people are in that poser category. So we have to train people and teach them about those 3 different levels and how to get out of poser and get to the amateur and eventually professional. So if you haven't read that Go Pro book, get it and read it and encourage your new people to read it. Sorry, that was a lot. I was just rambling on and on.
No, it was great. Thank you. So yes, I would love to hear your tips on follow-up. And then honestly, any tips you have, like in terms of, I know this is a big question on my team all the time, and we've talked about it a lot, but like, what do you say when you cold message someone, or what do you say in a follow-up when someone has not responded yet to you?
Okay.
Like just any of those types of tips of like wording to kind of get ideas on.
As far as following up, again, I want you to treat yourself like a business. I just made 2 doctor's appointments. I didn't choose what day and time I went. They gave me like 2 options. Can you come in Tuesday at noon or Thursday at 2? So you need to treat your business that way. So when you have someone who's ready to order, I really suggest you walking them through the process with an appointment or ready to join. And you say, okay, I want to sign you up. Can you do Thursday at 6 o'clock or is 8 o'clock better for you? Give them 2 times. And that way you don't feel like when they don't go and join you, oh God, I'm bothering them. They said they would sign up tonight, but they didn't. You have to treat it like a business. So be proactive the day before. So if say it's Monday and you have an appointment to sign someone up on Thursday, what do doctor's office do the day before your appointment? They call you, right? They call you to tell you, hey, don't forget about your appointment tomorrow. Can you confirm? You need to do that the day before you're about to sign someone up. So on Wednesday, you would say, I'm so excited to get you signed up tomorrow. Is 8 o'clock tomorrow night still work for you? And they'll say yes or no. Now, when you're following up, that's with someone who's ready to join. When you're following up with someone who originally asked you about something or originally asked you about Plexus, I would send them something to look at. So send them a compensation plan video, the product video, and a diamond doc. I always send 3 things. And I say it's Monday. Okay, I'm just going to go easy. Monday. Okay, I'm going to send you 3 things. Do you think you can be done with, do you think you can watch these? They're only 5 minutes each. Do you think you can watch them by Wednesday? And on Wednesday, I'm going to touch base with you, and I want you to have a list of questions for me. That way, now on Wednesday, you don't think you're bothering them. You've already pre-set it up. You've already set yourself up so they know you're coming on Wednesday, okay? So Wednesday comes, and people are going to, hopefully they'll answer you back with questions. If they don't answer you back, this is what I say. Okay, girl, today's my follow-up day. You're on my list to follow up with people. Are you interested? Because if you're no longer interested, just let me know and I'll remove you from my follow-up list. I don't care if you have a follow-up list or not. Well, you should have a follow-up list, but if you don't, say that. That's when I get the responses back. oh, no, sorry, I'm so busy. I just haven't had a chance. Or, yeah, Plexus, I don't think it's for me at this time. So yeah, you can take me off the list. It's just like that. You want to give people treat it like a business and give them deadlines and options. That is the way you're going to get results and success. I started doing this last April. This changed everything for me. Like I said, I was a hot mess. I didn't know what I was doing. But when you start putting these skills in place, it feels better. You don't feel like you're bothering that person, and you treat it more like a business. And I think people respect you when you do that. Wow, she really takes this seriously. She must really care about, how I feel or whatever.
That's great. Thank you. I just recently started that as well. Not some of the exact wording of choices of times. I love that. I'm definitely going to start that. But I just started some of the other things this week, and I had somebody come back and her response was, oh, wow, you're good. That made me want to order. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I followed up with this girl.
Oh, wait, what does this say? Oh.
I followed up with this girl. I want to share this for you now. She was on a cruise, and apparently the new word is ghosting. When someone doesn't respond back to you, that means they're ghosting you. I don't know. That's what the 20-year-olds are saying. I'm too old. Okay, so she was on a cruise, and I didn't know she was on a cruise, right? So I messaged her a couple times through Facebook Messenger. Then I realized she doesn't really go on Facebook that often, so I'm going to text her. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And if I only left it at one time, I would have thought that she was blowing me off. She was on a cruise and had no reception. So she finally got back to me. Sorry, I'm in Canada. My coverage isn't good. I'm back on Monday. So the first text on Monday, hey girl, talk to me about Plexus. Hope you had a great trip. That was 1 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, she still didn't respond. And I just wrote to her, you still have sea legs? Ha ha ha. And she goes, sorry, crazy day. Thank you so much for texting me and following up. And then she went on and said that she's changed her mind, now she's not. But at least I didn't just leave it at one time. It takes 8 to 12 contacts to make that sale, guys. So I don't know, just be persistent, be friendly. Don't be upset when someone doesn't message you back. Just, make it really non-confrontational and hey girl, I saw you saw this message. Just let me know if you're interested. I would love to chat with you. I don't know. Just keep going for it.
Thank you. That's great. So is there any last tips that you want to share? Or are you okay if I open it up for questions?
No, you can open it up for questions.
Did you have anything else you wanted to share?
You're always expanding your list. One thing I didn't say, like Eric Worre says, the amateur level, they just make a list and they think, I'm going to go through that list. And when that list is done, I'm done. But when you get into professional mode, you're adding 2 people to your list every day. Guys, my Poland Spring guy's on my list. Doesn't mean I'm going to talk to him about Plexus anytime soon, but I eventually will. And it's just about adding new people. I'm just starting the process of putting this addition on my house. Guess what? Those people are going on my list. The contractors, the project managers, the secretary, everyone's going on my list. It doesn't mean that I'm going to start talking to them about Plexus, but that's who I'm going to now build a relationship with. So just keep expanding your network and expanding your lists.
Thank you.
So yeah, sorry, I just blabber on and on.
No, that's good. I want to hear anything you have to say. We want to hear it. That's what you're here for. Okay, I'm going to unmute everyone. Loud and mute yourself. Does anybody have any questions for Erin?
Don't be shy. I love questions. And I certainly didn't go over everything. So.
You certainly didn't what?
I certainly didn't cover everything. So if you have a situation and you want some verbiage, giving verbiage is my love, is my passion.
Me too. I love that.
I'm stuck with what to say to this person. I love doing stuff like that.
I guess I have a question.
Hey!
For your initial cold message, I guess, what is something you typically say to somebody? How much information do you give them?
Yeah, so I watched an Ellen Ford video about a year ago that wasn't doing cold messages. At the time, I was working on my warm market. And so I watched an Ellen Ford video and I just saw 1 to 2 lines. Now it depends on the person. If they are like on my dream list, like, oh my gosh, they have so much influence and a huge network and they would be amazing at this because they're so friendly and have such credibility, I say something different. And what I would say is, oh, I'm gonna read you what I said because I sent one this morning. Now this isn't a cold message. It's because he's one of my very good friends from high school that literally could kill it. He could be diamond in like 2 weeks if he tried. I just wrote, dude, I want you on my dream team, no joke. You have influence, a network, and I know you love money and fancy cars with a funny emoji. I said, you and Shannon could be diamond in like 4 minutes. And he just got me back, yo, 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 whatever. Okay, so like that, or if I say something like, you know, I've been thinking about people love to be complimented. And I'm always genuine. I never say something I don't feel or believe. So you have to find those people that you see something amazing in and say, hey, I'm just wondering if you take supplements or would ever give our product line a try. I trust your opinion and I think you would be amazing at doing what I do. Done. That's it. And I let them get back to me and I let them either ignore me or, but most people get back and say, those people that you feel that way are usually the kind people who will say, oh, you know, and I've gotten it before. I'm so proud of you. I love seeing all your success. Don't think this is for me at this time for whatever reason. But I always put it out there like that. Like, I think you'd be amazing at doing what I do because people love you. And I know you have like a really kind, warm heart. So that's what I send to people. Now, other people, like people that I maybe don't feel that way about, but are still like, you know, good people and they're in my network, I just say, hey, you know, we do these online events. We're doing an online event on Tuesday night. I would love to add you and give me your thoughts on, you know, what you see on the event. And then the next day I follow up, just checking to see if you got on last night. I would love to hear, you know, any opinions or questions you have.
So I actually have a question off of that. Do you, like a lot of times for me personally, I will use events, like our team is doing weekly on Sunday nights right now, we're doing these online Zoom opportunity things. They're like 15, 20 minutes. We've done Facebook events, we've done different things, but I personally typically use those as follow-ups. Like anybody that I've spoken to about Plexus, I'll invite them. Do you use those even in a cold message?
Yeah.
And you feel like that's more successful or still successful?
You know, I'm still learning on that. Like, we just started doing these. Like, how I got this far without doing them, I have no idea. But we just started doing these online events. And, like, last night we had 3,000 people invited and about 250 were on. And the interaction was huge. Like, it was not a Zoom, it was posting. But I think that third-party validation, when your guests can hear it from current ambassadors, real people, and how Plexus has changed them, the prospects that my team had are like signing or joining today. So I was like, why aren't we doing this all the time? Now we are.
I love those. I personally love the Zooms. The Facebook events are great too. Just my personality type, I prefer the Zooms, but I need to like get over myself and do more Facebook events.
No, do what works for you. If that's working. We try to go live on there, like in the beginning, just so they see our faces. That way they know like we're real people. We're in our pajamas too, and you know.
I like that idea, yeah. Does anybody else have any questions? I muted a couple people that were loud, so if you have,
I do.
You might need to unmute yourself. Go for it.
So I'm having like an issue with a couple people. I've been messaging them for like 8 months to a year, and I keep getting the same like. And these are, mind you, these are friends from when I was much younger, so we're fairly close. And I'll say to them, you know, constantly motivating them, saying, you know, you guys would be amazing at this. You know, you have to just look at the potential behind what you could actually make in Plexus. And, you know, besides the fact that they could both use the products, there's a couple of them. The same response is, I just don't have time for it. You know, I don't have time. And like, I don't know, I almost think at some point if I continue to message them, they're going to just like shut me out, you know? And there's like a fine line that I'm seeing, and I don't want to overdo it, but yeah, I still want to continue to build them up. And I just don't know what to do at this point.
Okay, there's two parts to that. First, you can send them the Brenda Martin Diamond Dot. She has 11 kids that she homeschools. And for me in New York, I don't know if she relates to my friends because I don't know one friend that homeschools or has more than 2 kids. So, but hey, listen, this is an example of a woman who has an ambition to change her kid's future, to change her family's future, and she did it through Plexus with this huge family that she homeschools and lives on a farm and the whole 9. So that's something I like to do. Another thing, 3 parts. So that's 1. Number 2, you have to show them the way. If you're not doing it yourself, and I don't know you, so I don't know if you are, if you're not doing it yourself, like changing your life and showing them, hey, like this is what I've gotten because of Plexus, and now I can do this and this and this. And I don't just mean things. I mean, I was able to leave my second job because now I'm making it, if you're not showing people the way, it's going to be hard for them to believe you. So that's what I would focus on. And maybe you are, I don't know you, like I said. Focus on, I need to build my business testimony so my friends believe what I'm saying. Because if I'm not doing it, how will they even believe that it's possible? The third part is lesson release.
Yeah.
I think start looking at other people on your list. Look for people that, like recently my husband and I both started doing this, and he just started, he's been an ambassador, but just like, that's it. He just went silver last week. So we're looking at chiropractors. We're not looking at like our OBGYN, my OBGYN, not his. We're looking at physical therapists. We want people that are better than us, like that credibility. We're just like moms and dads that are teachers. Like we want people that have huge credibility and influence and a huge network. So, sometimes it is a bless and release. And I love that I have friends that don't do this. I think I have one best friend that I know if she did it, she would be amazing, and she needs the money and needs the products, but it's just not for her, and that's okay, because when I'm with her, we don't even talk about Plexus. She's proud of me. She loves me. This is just not for her. So I just leave it at that, and I don't want her to feel like when I'm with her that I'm trying to prospect her or get her to join. I want her to feel that I love her for whether she's going to join this company or not with me. So
thank you. Thank you for that. I was leaning towards the bless and release at some point.
Yeah, just love them for where they're at, and when they're ready, if they're ever ready, they know where to find you.
Giovanni, wait. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, last question.
I mean, I have another quick little question, but I don't want to monopolize.
No, you can.
Instagram. I've been utilizing Instagram in the past month much more than I ever have. I just want to know if you have any tips. I mean, I kind of get the gist of it, and I've been following a couple of the other diamonds who are pretty successful on Instagram. I just don't know your experience with it, and if you had any anything good to share about it.
I don't even have an Instagram.
Okay. No, but it's worth a shot.
I'm a hot mess technology person. I can barely turn my computer on. I did have Instagram for a week, and I'm like, I don't get this thing, and I deleted it.
Thank you.
So yes, there are things that I need to work on too. So if you find someone, let me know.
LaJoy is doing awesome. I think she got herself on some suggested friends list, and she's gaining 10 to 20, 30 followers a day on Instagram.
Awesome. Well, those are your prospects. Those are the people on your list. Put your friends to the side who don't want to join you right now, and work on those people who are following you.
Okay, last call for questions. Any last thing? Okay. Thank you so much, Erin.
My pleasure.
It. And I'm excited to watch your husband on his journey to diamond, because it sounds like that.
We'll see.
Have a great day. Thank you.